What? Want to take that again?
Fucking city.
Okay, good morning. Or I guess afternoon. Computer's running really slow today. Like, weirdly. I don't know what's up with that. Also, I should have ate, like, an antihistamine or something. My, like... you know when...
What? What are you talking about?
You know, you never get the, like... When you've got, like, an... Do you have allergies? Or like, pet dander allergies?
No, I mean, I have, like, you know, like, seasonal allergy or whatever. Yeah, like...
Because I'm allergic to cats and dogs, and we have a dog here now, and dust. And every now and again, like, I get the little allergy trigger, and the back of my throat starts to itch.
Oh, yeah.
And then the inside of my ear starts to itch, and I'm like, and I just feel, like, weird, and I'm feeling that right now, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I get that with, like seasonal allergy, like grass or whatever. Yeah, like
you do that weird like swallowing thing that you'll like scratch your throat.
Yeah. You try to swallow. You get the.
I hate doing that. I hate doing it. It's really uncomfortable.
Your eyes get all like watery and like you feel like someone you feel like someone like punched you in the eye and like kind of hurts and like you gotta like
you just feel weird,
swollen
and like behind your jaw it feels like almost itchy. Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the podcast.
That's what I'm going through right now.
Yeah, it's what we're going through.
That's my life right now.
Welcome back to Human Pasta, Derek Mola.
Quentin Bell. More like Quentin Smell, am I right?
Quentin.
Burn myself. Are you going to make it?
Yeah, just throw up.
Are you going to make it?
Are you going to make it?
Put it back in your mouth. Good boy.
Good boy. Oh, thank
you. Tasty.
I had Cheerios for breakfast.
Gross. Oh, gross.
I didn't. I had...
No, I hate the picture of you puking up Cheerios and slurping them back.
A good balanced breakfast.
It is balanced.
If it was Honey Nut Cheerios, it would cure all my cholesterol.
Oh, yeah.
And my heart disease or whatever the fuck it does. Whatever it's supposed to do. Whatever you're supposed to do, honeybee.
Twice as hard because you ate it twice.
Yeah. Twice the cholesterol. Twice the heart disease.
It's the same amount of material.
Does it really cure cholesterol and heart disease?
I don't know.
A sugary cereal? A sugary honey cereal?
Well...
Do they really...
I know eggs are supposed to raise your cholesterol, so if you're eating it in place of eggs, in a sense, it's kind of...
But it's like a sugary cereal.
I don't know. Yeah, but it's honey sugar, so it's not real sugar.
Yeah. Do you really think it's like a manufactured cereal?
It's natural sugar.
It's natural sugar.
That sticky stuff on the Cheerio, it's definitely natural.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't made in a factory.
I used to work, I think I've said this 3 times now. I used to work at a ski mountain with little kids. And sometimes as a snack, we'd give them a bowl of Cheerios.
What?
Okay, but like dry Cheerios. Like,
that's a weird snack.
Oh, silly, I know.
Yeah.
But, good tactic if you're a ski instructor, frequent breaks. Because I'll tell you this, kids have 0 attention span.
Yeah. And
9 out of 10 of those kids don't want to fucking be there.
Yeah.
Their parents left them there so they could go day drink and ski. So yeah, I'm talking every 15 minutes. Like don't be out there for more than 20 minutes. I knew instructors that would keep their kids out there for an hour at a time, and I'm like, dude, I know you want to teach these kids, but whatever. I could go off on that forever.
They don't want to be there. Yeah.
Point is, they'd get their hands on those fucking Cheerios, and I saw instructors eat the food with the kids as like communal, like maybe like trying to get in on the kids, you know, like, oh, I'm eating your Cheerios, haha. I wouldn't touch shit that those kids touch. Because they're fucking kids. They're gross.
Yeah, they're fucking kids and they're disgusting.
They're snotty. Their hands are all sweaty from being in their gloves. They're wet.
Yeah, they don't care what they touch.
They touch those fucking Cheerios. They turn like gray. They start to turn like gray and they're eating them and you're sitting there watching them like, oh, God.
Yeah, they get all soggy because their hands are all wet.
And there's like snot on them and they get stuck to the table and you're sitting there thinking like, I have to clean this up later. Ugh. Kids are awful. I hate kids. Anyway.
Oh, a little change that I wanted to bring up. We're on the different sides of the couch. Because Quentin...
I kicked Derek off this side of the couch.
Quentin complained that I always sit on the same side of the couch, even though it really has no bearing to complain. So I decided I'd give him a break. I'd give him this one, and I'd sit on the other side of the couch.
I just thought it was funny. You always said in my brain, I'm like, I'll sit here, then he'll sit here, and then you sit here, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, I'll sit over there then. I just thought it was funny.
Oh, I know we have a list of topics to talk about, but there's actually one that I wanted to talk about really quick.
Oh, that just came up.
I just remembered this one, and this one. I don't know if it trumps all topics, but I like. But I was really, excited. I was really excited about it. I recently got Red Letter Media's first movie. I talk about Red Letter Media a lot. They're like my favorite YouTube channel right now.
Yeah, they're all over our channel now.
yeah. I forget to log out of the.
That was not me. Like, that was not a condemnation. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, no,
I texted you.
Well, you scared me because I was like, oh, what is there like? Porn on there or something? Like, did someone like hack our account?
No,
like
that would fucking suck.
Like,
I'm sorry.
No, yeah, he like texts me and he's like, "Did you log out of the Human Pasta channel?" And I was like, "Oh God, did I like watch something like bad by accident? Did I like click on something?" And he's like, "No, it's just there's like like it's all recommended as Red Letter Media."
If you look at that little bar, it's just Red Letter Media, just one thing. And some videos you've shown me, and I'm like, I feel like he's probably shown that to me under our account name, like by accident.
Yeah, it was just they're
funny.
like my favorite YouTube channel, so I just I watch it a lot. So but I don't log into the account anymore. I log into my own personal account now.
That's fine.
But I bought their first movie that they made like back in 2002.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, Gorilla Interrupted, and that also it also comes with the documentary called How Not to Make a Movie about Gorilla Interrupted. And it was so awesome. It's a great movie. It really like kind of motivated me and like inspired me. It's like these four guys that just made a movie in a week and with like no money. And I don't know, it's incredibly entertaining. It's incredibly charming. It's obviously like, it's got not very good special effects, and it's obviously like kind of
that's part of the charm.
But it's part of the charm. Yes, it's like the sets. It's just like a house or like an alien. Their alien spaceship is just like two like cardboard boxes. Like it's like not cardboard boxes, but it's just like gray, like kind of like sheet of something. Like it's just with like some Christmas lights poked through it as like our board.
Okay, I see.
But it's great. It's so fun and charming, and you watch the documentary and you find out that it was an absolute hell to make. Like they were like it was because they only made it in a week, and then they got like sick and they didn't really know what to do, and like they at that point in their lives they were in their 20s. They were like our age, so they're like amateur filmmakers at this point. Making movies on like VHS and like camcorders and so
life was tough.
They weren't like incredibly experienced film, because this was in 2002. This was sort of the age of the independent filmmaking, because like because in the 90s was Tarantino, doing independent. I mean the 90s like 80s. We should start at the 80s, because like 80s was the big like VHS boom. That was the big like independent film, big VHS boom.
It was a wild time.
60s and 70s, there was a lot of independent filmmaking, but it was a lot of like experimental.
Yes,
they weren't getting like a lot of release. And then the 80s, the VHS. You go to the VHS store and there's like whatever. Yeah,
just a million different things.
Yeah, whatever fucking horror movie of the week, whatever. It's like not Hollywood production, just like whatever. And then then you have the 90s. Where Tarantino makes Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, and then that is really like the set of like, oh wow, people can really make a good movie, and people want to see it. You can go to the video store. DVDs are becoming a thing now. Online, the internet is becoming a thing, and Gorilla Interrupted is almost like a product of that, like a product of 90s independent filmmaking and like internet filmmaking. That
like spirit of like, oh yeah, we can do something too.
Yeah, we can make a movie, and like
We just need a few people and something to record it with.
Yeah, and redlettermedia.com was already, I think they had already kind of started it up, and I think they were doing like wedding videos at that point, and like just posting things online, and like posting their weird shorts online.
Yeah.
But and Jay and Mike met through a filmmaking forum, like an amateur filmmaking forum, and then they kind of like flew down and like made the movie. And I don't know Garrett, like the other guy Garrett, I don't know his backstory. He's not really a part of Red Letter Media, but he's funny in that movie. And yeah, it's just a lot of the spirit of independent filmmaking and just like making a movie, and it's just so fun, and it's really quotable, and it's funny, and we should totally watch it. And
being cool.
I wanted to watch it because we're trying to figure out a short right now. Well, not a short, but we're trying to figure out making a movie, a fantasy movie.
Oh, I thought you didn't want to talk about this.
Oh, we can talk about it. Sure, we're trying to write a really crappy fantasy movie.
Like, crappy! I don't want to be crappy.
Crappy in the sense of like.
Here's my thing.
I meant crappy in the sense where like if you ever watch Girl Interrupted or something like Monty Python, like we're trying to do like.
So
it's bad on purpose kind of thing. Like,
I was gonna say yes, because that's a hard. Because here's my thing with that. I feel like sometimes that can be a hard line to tread. I still have to watch both of those, the Girl Interrupted and the what the fuck was the name of the actual film? I thought it had a longer name.
No, How Not to Make a Movie is the documentary.
Oh,
you can watch that too.
Okay, Gorilla. Okay, my bad.
You can. Yeah, I send you the by.
No, you sent it. You sent it to me.
Yeah.
I still have to watch that because I was gonna say
it's only like an hour and 8 minutes. It's really short.
Because sometimes people try to make things look bad, like they try to go for a camp, and it ends up coming off like really bad because that's hard to do. Which is why I'm like, let's make a funny low budget, because like that's kind of where
that's what I want. I want to do a funny low budget.
Like
fantasy movie.
Monty Python was, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. This is just something I've heard through just talking to people about things. I probably heard this at a party somewhere or something, but apparently it was a tax write-off from a bunch of bands. Like they didn't have the actual, and partway through the movie, they make a joke about like, this is where we ran out of the budget. So
right? No, yes. No, I heard that. I heard that too. And,
but that's what I'm saying is like they tried to, with what they had, they made something really like this is my philosophy. Is
the whole ending is they're running towards the castle, and then a bunch of police,
yes,
like
they
modern day police show up. So it's like they clearly it's a joke. Like, but that's the fun. That's the point. It's like a joke.
So that's what I'm saying. Is like I like that idea. Like I think we should always try to reach for getting as great as we can, knowing, yes, we can't replicate that quality.
Yes.
So let's take the piss a bit.
No, yeah, Gorilla Interrupted is like that, where
okay, cool.
It's I'm glad it's like aliens. Like their aliens are wearing like crappy like Halloween store alien masks, and they're wearing like jeans and like a trench coat. But they make jokes where they're like, oh, those aren't aliens; those are just guys in crappy costumes, or like. All the alien stuff is funny because at that point where they were filming the alien stuff, they thought the movie was going to be terrible, so they're not trying at all.
Okay,
like there's one scene where they're like it's literally like, my alien computers can't find the alien whatever, like, and they're like, oh, we can blast the shit out of this whole fucking planet, like they just don't care, but that makes it so much more funny. But yeah, it's stuff like that. Like, I mean, the whole movie is ridiculous, and the movie knows it. It's like a guy who gets experimented on by aliens and turns into a gorilla. There's Jay is a scientist who builds a battle pack, and it's like ridiculous. Mike is a punk rocker who has a nuclear accelerated guitar that can like shoot out like things. One of the guys Garrett is Jacob Spaulding. He's a fake safari man that like there's aliens, they fight Satan at the end, like they get a visit by like the whole they know it's a stupid movie and that it's ridiculous. Well, that's what makes it funny, is like they know how stupid, like the gorilla mask, like it's just like a crappy gorilla mask, like gorilla costume, and like
the gorilla.
But it's charming. It's incredibly charming, and they know that it's like stupid, but all the characters are great and interesting. And Yeah, it's just really funny. That's like where the humor comes from.
Good, cool, fun. Okay, cool. Because I was gonna say, I don't want to fall into the pit trap of like we're trying really hard to make it look dumb and goofy. And
No,
we can
I
talk
think-
about this off mic too. 'Cause
Yeah, we
now we're
can.
getting into,
No.
like, the minutia of
Yeah, but no, I think I definitely would want to do like no. I think I want to try, but like
But we also know, like, I think we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
we know what this is.
yes,
And what we have.
I think that's where that's where I want the humor to come from. Is like
Almost like where we can't make it up, and we know we can't make it up. Like, God, how do I explain this? It's almost like when you make a self-deprecating joke to save yourself a little. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I know my hair looks like shit.
Yeah.
You kind of take the piss on yourself so nobody else can take it out of you. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
It's almost like we're doing that.
It's a so bad it's good movie, but it's
Yeah.
bad on purpose. That's what
it's
makes
like,
it good.
if we had $1 million, this would have been amazing, but
Yeah.
we didn't.
but we don't.
So
yeah,
we're gonna okay. I feel you. Because I've done stuff. I've tried to make stuff with people in the past where they're like, no, let's just make this stupid, and I'm like, it becomes like almost tedious in trying to make it stupid. Whereas I don't know, whatever. Again, my new
there's
show.
movies like you look at something like Monty Python, and then there's like a
People that try to do Monty Python and do it wrong.
yeah, like you look at Monty Python, and it's like, oh, they had a low budget, but they use that low budget to their advantage and make jokes out of it. And like,
Yes, that's
but then
the
you look at
difference.
something like there's like a James Franco, like Danny McBride type like fantasy movie where like it's big budget and they have like costumes and castles,
Yeah.
like, but
This is
but
what I
it's
mean.
not, but it's like almost like taken seriously, and it's like just dumb comedy.
That is what I mean by they're trying to replicate camp.
Yeah, it
and they
like
can't.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work. Like.
We are just campy little boys.
Yeah, we're just campy little boys, and we're gonna go camp out.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to like hardline that.
No,
in fact, we can cut that out.
I
if we
know,
want.
dude. I love talking about this. Just,
Okay, well, because I was
Let's
gonna
talk about
say
this
we're getting very. We're getting on the details that you and I should be talking about. The audience doesn't need to know how.
I mean, whatever.
They don't even know what we're talking about.
they
yet.
might be interested. We're talking about this movie. Should we reveal the name?
Yeah. Well, now that you've mentioned it, we may. It's Terry and Craglor.
Terry and Craglor. It's about a warrior, a warrior who meets
a rat stomper.
a rat stomper warrior who meets a tree in the talking tree in the woods.
A talking tree, not a tree ant, just a talking.
A talking tree who came to life because a witch pissed
Yes.
on him.
Yes. Witch or warlock? I guess it doesn't really matter.
Let's do warlock.
Okay.
I think warlock. Yeah, because then we can. Because
You know what it
Because then we
is?
can actually have like unzip his pants and like.
Well-
That'd be kind of funny if we had a woman like a witch like.
It's
like,
a witch back and
Yeah,
all.
like
Maybe
she's
she's
like a man, like in Step Brothers when she like pees in the urinal.
Well, here's what it is, right? If it was a witch, like back and all, maybe she got a penis for that evening. Like she magicked it. I don't know. Well, because I was gonna say this too. If we borrow from D&D and we place this at least along parallels to D&D, the warlock thing makes sense because warlocks use invocation magic, which is like speech. So like he could be mumbling to himself while peeing on you, and that's why you begin.
Yeah.
he actually mumbles an incantation.
yeah,
and,
he
like,
comes to life. He's like drunk, like
Exactly.
Ah!
Like, whoa, the tree can talk.
I just want him to be like the. You ever seen Shrek 3 with what is it?
No.
You never seen Shrek 3?
No, I only watched the first one.
You never seen Shrek 2? Dude, that's
No.
like almost as. It's like better. It's like as good, if not better, than the first one.
Okay.
It's so good.
Fair enough. Fair
Shrek the
enough.
Third. They need to go
Totally.
They need to get King Arthur. His name. It's played by Justin
Oh.
Timberlake. He's like a young kid in like a. It's like a medieval high school. It's like high school, but it's like medieval
I feel like
stuff.
okay.
So, but they go on their way back to Far, Far Away, which is the name of the kingdom. They crash on this island, and they meet Merlin.
Oh, nice.
And then but Merlin is like this really skinny, lanky, crazy old man. Like, I'll have to show you the clip, but like I would love it if it was just that.
Oh, just a freak.
Yeah, he's just a
dude.
freak. He's like a
Yes.
freak wizard. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll show you like clips later. But
I love shit like that.
it's
Dude,
really funny.
picture it though. If you use magic all the time, wouldn't you? How could you not go a little crazy?
Yeah, how could you not be a freak and like all the shit that you've seen? Yeah, and that you can do.
Dude, exactly. Especially a warlock. They spend their time talking to devils. Like,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah. Anyway, but Yeah, Terran and Kraglor.
Terran Kraglor. I don't know when that's going. We should probably. I would love to do it like that style that Gorilla Interrupted did, where we just make it like quick, like.
True, but I want to.
They had a script. Like they didn't just go in blind. They did have a.
Well,
they had a script.
I mean, my thing is this. I'm going to blow my own horn here. I'm a talented craftsman. I like making.
You are
things.
a talented craftsman.
So like, I am gonna. We can talk about this more if you want, but I'm gonna want to like. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like I can't help myself from like trying to make something really cool. Like, I'm gonna want to make something
spend
cool.
some time and like make some costumes.
For example, like the tree thing, we could totally make that easily look like a tree, but not a tree. You know?
Yeah.
Like, which I think would be funny. But there are little things like I don't know. We could talk about it because we haven't even finished. I'm like still like storyboarding the thing. I'm still writing. I should really get on that.
Ideas and stuff too.
That's true. We have to connect more on that. But I
have a ton of like. Haley says I'm probably stretching myself too thin, but I feel like I am stretching myself too thin.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, Here's the thing.
We're doing this. I have school. I'm trying to write a feature for my own, like the treasure hunting thing that I told you about. Yes.
And you're also doing the.
I'm doing an internship, which I can talk about a little bit.
Uh-huh.
We're doing another short, possibly.
Exactly, and that's what I thought you meant to bring up.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, we're trying because that's already written.
I have that written. I'm trying to produce a short that I probably will direct. We can talk. We're probably talk about that more off camera. That's fine.
Okay,
and then. Hopefully Terry and Kraglor at some point.
I mean, I don't see why not. I definitely have Kraglor's costume finished, at least. I'm just going to borrow, like, LARP and cosplay shit.
We still have to come up with a goal for Terry and Kraglor. Oh, yeah. Like, what are they... Oh. What's their quest? Because talk about this later.
For sure. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like... Let's save some of this. I was surprised you wanted to bring it up because I was like, we haven't even really finished.
Well, now the audience can know our storyboarding process or our plot process.
True enough.
Well, we'll move on. Let's move on to. I said the internship. We'll talk about the internship.
All right.
I have an internship at this place called Arlington Community Media Incorporated, or ACMI for short.
I think that's where one of the actors we want for the other thing is.
He's there?
I think he lives around Arlington.
Oh, he lives around? I was like...
Oh my god,
I thought you meant like at the internship.
I'm sorry. Like, cool. That would have been crazy.
So I was pretty nervous because I didn't really know exactly what they were going to want me to do. They were kind of just saying like, you'll come in and you'll help out.
I saw your little demo reel for them or whatever.
Oh, well, that was just... so that was...
Oh, you made that there, didn't you?
Yeah, it was like an internship. They wanted to do like a Meet the Interns video. Like every intern had to do it. So we just were in front of a green screen. We were in front of a green screen, and we were really pressed for time because they were like, "Oh, somebody's coming into the studio. We have to do yours really quick." So I just I just rushed mine, and I was like, "I'm going to use that to my advantage." And I did like the crappy hell background.
Yeah, that was funny.
And I was really afraid they weren't going to like that. I was like, "Oh, they're not going to like that." But my boss was like, "This is hilarious. Yeah, let's do it."
Nice.
So I was nervous because I was like, I don't know what they're going to want me to do. It's kind of loose, and I'm always afraid when things are kind of like vague or loose because I'm just like I don't really know. Like
it's tough.
They may have me do nothing. I may just be sitting around. I'm always afraid.
And you also don't know what to avoid too sometimes as far as like what should I not say or what can I say.
But so far the 2 days that I've been there, and I'm gonna be going there tomorrow. Today's Sunday. I go there every Monday and Friday. Mm-hmm. So far it's been so fun. It's been really great. Awesome. Every time I get there, they want me to. I'll start off, they want me to like edit something where they're like, we just finished editing this, give it a glance over, or like, can you add in the lower thirds, like add in people's names? Can you edit this, export this? And then something will go on where they're like, oh, we're filming something upstairs. Can you help us out, set this up? First day they taught me how to like use all their equipment. We filmed, the intern videos. I helped there was like a little workshop going on with like 8th graders, and like they were learning how to do a podcast. So I got to like
Oh,
help
okay.
out with them, which is kind of neat. And I got to help out by saying like, yeah, I do a podcast, and like they didn't know what to talk about.
You
so
shouldn't listen to it.
yeah, you shouldn't listen to it. They didn't know what to talk about. So though they wanted to talk they wanted to talk about orchestra because the two kids were in orchestra,
Okay.
but they were like, they didn't know how to do the format. So I said, well, I have a podcast, and usually what we do is we like come up with a topic, and then me and my co-host will just like do we'll just give our opinions on it. I just go back and forth. So I was like, you guys could do something like that, and they were like, yeah, let's do that. So they would say like, we're playing Star Wars right now, and like they were just saying their opinions on like, oh, we have to do this and that, and it was actually entertaining. So it was great. I got to help out, so I had a good time. And then the next day, on Friday, on the following Friday, I was editing a little bit, and then they give you like a 45-minute lunch, so I got like lunch, and then like they were setting up the show, like they wanted to do like a video game show, or like basically like a let's play, but like they wanted to do like a tournament. So someone had like a NES like emulator, so we were playing like Street Fighter 2 Turbo and like Kirby. So like
nice.
we were setting up the set, doing like a tech day. We're just being okay, here's how we would set everything up. We're gonna put this couch in there. We didn't actually get to record anything. It was just like a tech day. But then we just were like playing video games on the couch and like having a little like tournament, and they were like figuring out like, okay, we can like the green screen, we can have like the game be like the whole background of the green screen, and like we can move. Like we were all sitting on a couch with like video game stuff, and we could just move it off to the corner, like how some Let's Plays are. Like Jacksepticeye, he has like his face in the corner of the screen or whatever. So it was, and that was just like the day where I would just edit, and then we play video games, or I help set up, and then I got lunch, and then because I'm only there for like 5 hours.
Right.
So far it's been really productive, and I've been learning a lot, and it's a lot of cool things. So. This is probably the best internship I've had.
Oh, nice.
Because, no offense to... I want to give a special shout-out to Auspicious Phoenix, because I love those guys. That was my first internship. Love those guys. If they're ever listening. Who knows? If Jim...
You're also only 2 days in.
Jim Daniels... I am only 2 days in, but it's been very productive. In some other internships, sometimes there's a lot of, like, lull, or, like...
there's a lot of, like... They don't need you to do anything for a minute. And
yeah,
so like,
or like I'm just cleaning, or I'm just standing.
Yeah.
But with here,
you're actually editing and doing stuff.
Yeah, there's kind of something to do, and I never feel, it's like a very friendly atmosphere. So I'm like always talking. There's like plenty of people to talk to, or like I can check out, or I can always ask. Like, I don't know. It's just a different atmosphere.
Different vibe.
I guess there's like more things to do. Basically, this place is just like it's like a glorified YouTube channel almost, like the ACMI, like, because they can put whatever they want on there, and it's just kind of like, it's basically just a YouTube channel, but with like cable, like it's on cable TV, essentially.
Interesting.
That's how I look at it, because they basically can do whatever they want. They can put on whatever they want. They're not buckered down by like a studio or anything. They can put on a video game thing. We could probably do a movie review thing on there if they wanted to. They have all kinds of shit on there. So yeah, it's just kind of like a YouTube, and they put their stuff on YouTube too. So
radical.
It's an interesting place. It's really fun. Every day is different. You never know what you're gonna do when you walk in there. So
that's fun. I like jobs like that.
It's only 5 hours, so it's like a nice burst. It's like a 5-hour burst of like
doing stuff,
doing this, that, and get a lunch break, and then go back to doing this, and then I'm gone. So it's like a nice.
Dude, that's nice.
Burst of shit to do. So I'm having a good time so far, so it's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just designing.
It's a lot, because now I really have to plan around my schedule, because I go there at 11, and I'm there from like 11 to 4, so I really have to make sure my homework is done. And 11 to 4, and then there's a bit of time to, do homework afterwards. Mm-hmm. But I still have to plan around that, and I really have to make sure my homework is done, so I'm not stressed out and trying to figure out all these scripts and stuff, and then school's exhausting. It's real complicated. It's just life. It really, like, life is just so complicated. But
it's complicated.
But it is, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's you try to find time for everything, and everyone is so about time management. You gotta, but then you also want to take a break. And
Yeah, a lot. I feel like that gets forgotten a lot. Is the like you time?
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like a lot of people forget about the air to breathe in. I guess like between doing stuff, like
Yeah.
you need to. Sometimes you just gotta sit down and play a video game and chill out.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta watch a show for a bit. Just watch a couple movies. Just watch a movie or two.
Movie or 4.
Yeah, a movie or 5.
Sit down and eat Oreos.
Sometimes
for
you
an
just gotta
entire day.
binge the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy
Yeah,
for 12 hours.
Yeah. You just gotta devote a whole day.
Sometimes
to
you just
that.
gotta binge the entire Back to the Future trilogy.
Today, for example, I'm not really doing anything after this. I'm just gonna work on some Dungeons and Dragons maps, get some stuff to a friend of mine, like write out a few like scenarios and character backgrounds, and send him some stats. Which now that I'm saying it, it sounds like homework.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like
But it's
typing and
fun.
math involved. But it's fun.
When I go home today, I'm probably gonna. I have more homework to do. Actually, I have to
Oh
read-
shit,
I have to-
that's true.
I have to read a bunch of stuff.
Ooh, that's another thing.
Which is boring. That's like the worst kind of homework. Is just
When you have to just read.
you have to just read.
I preferred that type of homework because I just had to read. And then when I have to write anything, I feel so prepared because I'm like, oh, I know everything.
No, like I would
sorry.
rather just like the other day, like yesterday, I had to do my Spanish homework, which took me forever. But at least I'm like trying to use my brain actively and like figure out and writing stuff down. Like reading, especially me with my
You're not an active reader. Oh,
me
I
with
see.
my ADD
That's
brain.
tough. That's
like
tough.
you know, I'm reading and then I get distracted and I'm just sitting there and like and, you know, it's not something that I want to read. It's not like I'm reading. Yeah, it's something that like a book that I actually want to read or anything. I'm just like
I would run into that problem
I can't
in school,
focus.
and sometimes, but whenever I had theater classes, I always wanted to read this stuff. I was like, this is actually a really interesting theater theory, and like,
Yeah.
I'd sit there and read it, like take notes, and I'd be like, oh yeah, this is for my homework. That sucks though, bro. I'm sorry.
it's fine. And then
Homework's not
afterwards,
fun.
probably gonna if I finish, I'll probably read one of the things and then save it to the last minute to read, like I always do. Well, in between,
You're gonna fall behind, my boy.
this class is for the class I'm reading for. It's for my postmodernism and film class.
Oh, okay.
So, and I have that after my Spanish class, but there's like an hour and a half break in between because the class starts at 12. So usually I'm like, okay, well, I'll just save that hour and a half and read whatever I have to read.
I used to do that shit all the time.
But I'll probably read one of the things today and then read. Because I have to read 2 things for that class. So I'll probably read one of them today and then the other one.
I was gonna say
hour and a half
it's
break.
a good idea. What I have always did, and I still try to do this today, is like front load work. Like if you know, like for example, like okay, it's Sunday, I want to hang out, but I have 4 hours. I will devote these 4 hours to doing the brunt of what I have to do, and then tomorrow it's like minimal, menial bullshit that will take me like 20 minutes to finish.
Yeah.
That's a good. But anyway, school strategy.
Yeah, anyway, school's boring. I hate it. I can't wait to be done. I'm so close.
Hey, reading though.
What?
Reading. I'm gonna mention it. You know what? I don't think it's out yet. Actually, maybe I shouldn't mention it. Although it's on Kindle. If it's not out, it's coming out. Adam and Go Genesis, a book a friend of ours, his friend wrote. I'm reading that. I have to read that for them. They've got me editing. Our friend Nathan is recording the audiobook version of it, and he's got me editing the audio for that, which is fun because I get to do that from here at home. But you mentioned reading, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm reading that. I think it's out on Amazon, Adam and Go, Genesis. It's a cool sci-fi novel about it's very Firefly-esque.
Yeah, you were telling me.
It's this guy named Adam and his daughter Margot, and they are on the run from people trying to kill them. It's really neat. I don't want to spoil anything. A lot of that information though you get in the first like few pages. This guy was like part of an organization that is now disbanded because of what seems to be a larger evil organization, and they're coming after him and his daughter. And it's really neat. It's got some cool scenes. The guy's really clever, and he solves things in a cool way. And I don't know, it's fun. It's a cool spacer vibe thing. It reminds me of like Dune and Firefly. It only reminds me of Dune because of the nobles and stuff. There's like noble families and stuff, which I love that sort of.
Read or seen Dune. I know what Dune. I know what Dune is. I just haven't.
Well, I love that whole idea of like noble families in space. Like I don't know, like it's like I love shit like that. But anyway, that's something that I'm doing right now. Is you mentioned you have to read that homework. I have to read this book, but it's way more fun because it's super interesting.
Yeah,
and cool, and it's all sci-fi-y. And you mentioned earlier you've been getting into the sci-fi.
I have.
Blade Runner.
Yes, I watched. Oh my god, it all loops in.
That's what I was trying to do, baby.
It all loops in, baby.
Big brains.
Is there anything more you want to say about Adam and Go? Go buy it on Kindle or whatever?
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon Kindle, I'm pretty sure. Honestly, I realize now they sent me a draft, I think, and now I'm wondering if the book actually came out. And if I should just cut that segment out.
If it's, we'll ask Nate and we'll cut it out.
I think it's out because he sent me an Amazon link.
Okay.
So I think it's already out. The audiobook version isn't out.
Okay.
I think the email he forwarded me was from a while ago. It's like the draft the guy sent to his publisher or something. Because it looks like a finished book, but it's in like PDF form. I don't know. Anyway, Adam and Go. Good shit. The guy's name is, I think it's Zachary Winder.
We'll put a link.
Yeah.
In the description.
True. Anyway, it's good. That's all I have to say. Is just trying to support like a cool author. And so far it's been really interesting. Anyway. I will say this. It does not feel slow. Like there are moments of rest, but it never feels boring, if that makes sense. Like I've been reading it and consistently been like, what's going to happen next? Like, which is cool. Like I love that in a good book. But dude, Blade Runner, also based off of a sci-fi book by Philip K. Dick. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Do they?
Do they?
Did you learn?
I watched Blade Runner for the first time. I watched I watched the final cut.
The cool.
I did not watch the theatrical release because I didn't want to listen to Harrison Ford's stupid voiceover. Yeah. Although I do want to watch it.
That one, actually.
I do kind of want to watch it now just because I do want to see if it changes the experience at all.
We should sit down and watch that.
Although I did watch the Tears in the Rain speech last night just to rewatch it, and I was thinking about like, if I had to watch that with the voiceover, it would have totally ruined this scene
with Batty at the end.
Yeah,
I've seen things.
Yeah, with the Tears in the Rain, like if because like after he says "time to die" and he dies, the voiceover kicks in where he's like, I don't know why he did that, but it felt like he loved life more than he ever did.
That's dumb.
Like, so it totally
would ruin.
Yeah, it totally ruins the entire scene.
That would ruin that. I haven't seen that release either. I only saw
I've only seen the final cut with
the
the stupid unicorn.
The stupid unicorn?
The unicorn scene?
You mean the cool, awesome unicorn?
Well, you know what that implies, right?
What do you mean?
The scene where Decker is like drunk and he's like looking at a photo and then he like...
and he sees the thing running around?
Yeah, he sees the unicorn. You know what that implies?
What do you think it implies?
Well, it implies that Decker is a replicant.
Oh my god, I never got that.
Because at the end of the movie, when the guy leaves the origami is a unicorn.
Yeah.
So it's kind of implying that, like, he knows what he is thinking because it's a unicorn. Because he has implanted memories. Because Decker would have implanted memories.
Oh, of the unicorn running around?
Yeah.
I see.
And that maybe he is a replicant himself. But it's really dumb and it would ruin the entire movie if he was a replicant. Yeah.
I mean, I never got that from it. I always just thought it was like a fun little, like, oh shit, the unicorn.
I mean, that
makes sense. That checks out.
I ignore, and that's what Ridley Scott Ridley Scott has confirmed that was his intention, but everybody else hates it. And the author that you mentioned, that was not his intention. Yeah, that is not his intention.
I was going to say, I never finished that book because I lost it.
That was not his intention. The screenwriter, that wasn't his intention. Like, Ridley Scott was the only person that was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. Like, everyone was like, no, please.
That is kind of stupid because it defeats the entire purpose of, like,
his whole arc, like, which is it's ironic.
Hunts them down.
It's ironic that a replicant makes him feel more human.
Yeah,
but that totally gets ruined if he is a replicant.
That was kind of the point of the book too. Was the idea of like this like artificial life because the way replicants. I mean, you know, from the movie, and anyone listening who hasn't seen it, the replicants called Andes in the book, short for android. They're a labor force. They're essentially a slave race we created. They're like a synthetic artificial humans that we use for labor primarily. Which is why they're fucking stupid strong. Yeah. Like there's that one guy who's like, he can lift over 500 pounds or something.
No, I mean, at the end when Harrison Ford's about to fall, he like just picks him up with one hand.
Oh, that guy's a combat model too. Which is so fucked. That's why he's super smart because he's supposed to have like tech, and that's the issue with the androids is they have a 4-year fail-safe where they die after 4 years because apparently in that universe, and apparently it looks like it might even be coming true. AI, inevitably, the artificial intelligence that they design for these androids gain self-awareness. Just it can't be avoided, so they have to be killed. Yeah, because once they become self-aware, they realize that they are slaves and they don't want to be slaves and they want to live.
Yeah, because at the beginning of the movie, it's kind of stated that there was an incident or something, like they killed one of them, a couple of them rebelled and killed a bunch of people. Yeah. So
and that's the thing is some of them have different levels of intelligence. Like the worker ones have like a lower emotional maturity, so their response to things is not as sophisticated as other things. Like for example, like basically what I'm trying to say is like they're less intelligent, so their way of trying to gain freedom isn't to try to barter or bargain, but it's just to straight up murder because they're like, let us out of here.
Well, that was in the beginning too with that guy.
But Daddy has a plan. Like
no, not the combat model.
Oh yes,
the other guy, the guy that just like the really stupid guy just fucking shoots that guy.
I love him. He's so fucking weird.
He's so stupid.
He starts putting eyeballs on that guy. Yeah, just like for no reason. Anyway, sorry, but wow, yeah, I don't know why I never, because that's probably my favorite movie, and I've seen it a bunch. I don't know why I never put that together. It's up there for me now.
Like it's really good, and I watched Red Letter Media talk about it again. I keep bringing them up, I know, but they think it's boring. Oh, so yeah. I
can totally see that.
Yeah, they think it's a really boring movie.
Pretty slow movie. So it's also really long.
Yeah, so I was going into it expecting to be bored, but I have to say I was totally not bored at all. I was totally enthralled, and like especially I think especially now, like coming fresh off of Star Wars, you know, we just had our whole,
where it's go.
Yeah, we had our whole like Star Wars rant, and I was thinking like that, where I was like, Star Wars is just all like shoot, bang, bang, action, like running, intense music, especially this last
like a noir film.
Yeah, especially this last Star Wars movie. Yeah, and then it was refreshing to watch a sci-fi movie where it was slow. Yeah, it's a noir, like.
When the really action happens, it's hyper dramatic.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot of action throughout the film.
No. He kills two of them in one go, and it's like just a few minutes.
I was really shocked that oh wow,
it's jarring. Almost.
Yeah, they're both dead. Yeah, wow, that's it.
Sorry to keep interrupting.
No, it's fine. No, it's a noir, so there's like it's a really slow movie. It's different. The really good cinematography.
Yes, I was just going to say.
Like, really moody atmosphere. The vision of the, like... I almost feel like... They mentioned that in Red Letter Media, too, but I almost feel like all the practical and the vision of the future, like, it totally, like... Almost, like, it overshadows the movie. Like, it's almost better than the movie itself.
I was going to say, that's why I feel like it's entertaining all the way through. Is the world it's placed in is so fucking interesting. You want to be in that world. Yeah. Like, you want to go there.
This is the movie that started, like, the cyberpunk genre.
Yeah.
Because I just watched a video recently about it. It was, like, this and, like, a graphic novel. I forget. It's called Hackers.
This movie inspired the 10-minute play I wrote about the weird future future world that the undercity that exists beneath like a city, and it's a city similar to the one in.
Oh yeah, you're telling me everybody has like weird.
Yeah, they have like augmented, body mods, like robot arms and shit.
Yeah, it's so interesting, and I love the music. I've been saying I've been really getting crazy into like
some people hate the music,
dude. It was
like it gives some people headaches. I love it.
Like I've been telling you, like I've been getting into like synth and like the vaporwave and like the retro electro music, and like I was really like before I started the movie, I was really hoping. I was like, I really hope that's the music in the movie.
It's like a sweet,
and it totally is. Like
it's like a sweet Blade Runner concept album.
It totally reminded me of. Obviously, this is inspired by 2, and which we can get into too because I've been watching again. Is Bebop, Cowboy Bebop. The music in the movie reminded me a lot of Cowboy Bebop, and obviously because Cowboy Bebop is inspired by Blade Runner. So, and a lot of the like the saxophone. There's like Space Lion is a song in Cowboy Bebop, and it totally reminded me of the love theme from Blade Runner when he's kissing Rachel, when Decker's like the Decker and Rachel finally like kiss and have sex or whatever
they do their thing.
Yeah, that saxophone like synth music. That's like my favorite track in the movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's all the music was so. Vangelis is the guy who did it. That's the name of the guy. So loved all of the music. So good. It was a fantastic movie. I don't know why I hadn't watched it sooner. I just didn't feel like I wanted to watch it because I think Ridley Scott is
a hack. You gotta no man. You gotta like Ridley more sci-fi.
I know, and I've been getting into more sci-fi
not
now.
Just Star Wars.
And now I gotta watch. I know, and now I gotta watch Blade Runner 2049.
So I was gonna say, what's interesting about that is, do you know the whole thing about the main character in that one? His whole story?
No, I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know because I want to.
So then you know what?
Because now
excellent.
Yeah, because now that I've watched Blade Runner, now I'm
so excited.
I'm curious to watch 2049.
That one's gonna feel boring. I feel like that.
No,
something about that one. It has more those big shots where they do they copy the shots pretty well from the first one, but they're slightly too long in this one. They're just like a few seconds too long. Where you're like. Oh, okay, now get into the scene, please. Get into the scene. When it gets to the scene, they're really good. Like, I would say...
Well, everybody won't shut up about the cinematography. That's like the...
Yeah.
Everybody keeps talking about the cinematography. And I've seen shots from the movie.
And because they can pull off more action, they definitely squeeze more in there. But I feel like it feels... Being a huge fan of the first one, watching the new one, I was like... I'm not going to say it's as good, but it's definitely... I'm feeling it. I would not say it's bad.
It's a worthy successor. It's a worthy sequel to the name.
Yes.
Also, another one I wanted to watch too was Altered Carbon.
Oh, that's based in the Blade Runner world. That show.
Yeah. Oh, is it? I thought it was just kind of like inspired by the.
No, I think it's supposed to take place in the same universe. But I don't like that show.
Have you tried to watch it? I've never watched it.
I think I almost finished that first season, if there's more than the first season. It feels really cool and it's fun to be in that world again. But once you get used to that, the main character starts to wear pretty thin. He's too action hero-y. Like he's almost too manly. He's too gruff, and it's like, all right, we get it. Like you're a badass.
I'll give it a shot because I do like.
Definitely give it a shot.
I like the cyberpunk world. I really do. I love.
It has.
I like the neon and
it has
dirty future. It's better than. I like that dirty future.
This is what I'll say. You'll get a ton of that. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like it has a lot of the cool stuff in it. They do lean a lot more heavily on action and stuff though. Like there's way more action scenes, and it like this guy's like a weird special ops dude. The universe is a little weird. I kind of don't like that. I think it's supposed to take way far in the future of the Blade Runner world because. Okay. I mean, do you want me to? You figure out? I think in the first episode or two, this like big reveal.
I'll
about
just
that?
watch it. Okay.
It's because I don't know if you'll like it because I didn't like it when I saw it. I was like, this is kind of stupid.
I'll watch it. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. Sorry to keep going on.
No. We can go on to the next thing, which is Cowboy Bebop. This is like our sci-fi episode, basically.
Yeah, I'm loving this. No, because I love sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like I'm a huge sci-fi.
I'm getting big into it now.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Bebop. I'm rewatching Bebop again.
Bebop
because
Bebop and Bass Dandy.
Funny enough, okay, so last semester I took a history of jazz class.
Oh yeah.
And funny enough,
you talked about Bebop in there?
No, I was surprised. I was thinking about it like last night, and I was like, I think it's funny that the jazz class didn't make me want to watch Cowboy Bebop, but watching all this sci-fi stuff and all this synth music made me want to watch Cowboy Bebop.
That's funny.
I don't know why. Well, probably because it's more sci-fi than I guess jazz, but jazz is a big part. Jazz and the blues are a big part of Cowboy Bebop.
Big part.
But Cowboy Bebop is one of my favorite shows ever made. It's one of my favorite animes.
Same here.
It's the fucking. I mean, I don't know really what else there is to say about it, other than everybody fucking talks about this movie. I mean, the show. It's
amazing.
It's the fucking best show.
There's a reason people fucking love it.
I just finished. What episode did I just? I mean, I've already seen it once all the way through, but I really want to watch it again. I just finished Heavy Metal Queen, that episode.
I never actually finished it. I think I actually have.
You've never finished the show?
I think I have I think just like with Samurai Champloo, I think I have to watch the last episode still.
Oh, dude, man.
I know.
That's like.
I've rewatched all the other episodes and stuff.
You gotta watch, and then you gotta watch the movie too.
Oh, yeah. I say it's one of my favorite shows after after not seeing the last one. It's because I watch them in times of my life where I have access to them, and then I lose that access, and I'm like, I don't feel like trying to find it again.
Illegally.
I know. I should. Maybe I'll do that later today.
And they're all on Hulu if you want to watch it.
Oh, easy.
Legally.
Oh, true. Okay. Wow, I can't just do that then.
It's just incredible. It's a show that means a lot to me because I watched it at a point in my life where I was really sad and I just left like SCAD. I just left my college and I just left like my girlfriend and my friends and I wasn't taking medicine for my anxiety, so my anxiety was like really bad. My depression was really bad. So the characters in the show are like super broken.
Yes.
And so I really, you connect with them.
Especially in a moment like that, and you're like,
in a moment like that. And I watched them with Haley came to visit me, so I watched them. We watched them all together.
Oh, okay.
So and we were both in a crappy place, so it was really the show really means a lot. And I guess that's the perfect time to watch that show is when you're broken and sad because everybody's broken and sad and But also the show is so
Everybody
badass.
In that show is going through shit.
Yes. The show's also badass and it's fun and it's so great. And I just love I love everything about it. I love how it takes all these different genres and concepts and ideas and turns them into its own thing. I love how it takes place in the future and I love that the whole. I do.
You know what else is cool though? It's not like a hyper future. It feels like today almost.
It's an well, the future. It became this way because it was an accident, or it was just a crazy thing where it was. What happened? Did the sun explode or something? Or and then there was a huge.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember. I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, I'm watching it now, so I'll remember. But some kind of crazy outer space accident, the sun exploded or there was a giant explosion, almost like a Big Bang.
I mean, if the sun exploded, there wouldn't be anything left.
There was some kind of explosion. I think
it makes because I know Earth is fucked.
Yeah, I think the gate because they have I think at that point there were spaceships. They were hyper. I think one of the hyper gates exploded.
That makes sense.
And it caused a giant ripple and now everything is kind of shattered and people are kind of
going
across the galaxy and
I don't know. It has this really nice feeling of it almost. It doesn't. It's sci-fi, but it doesn't feel outlandishly futuristic.
Well, there's all kinds of different Jet. Spike is supposed to be a cowboy. Jet is supposed to be a detective.
That's why it feels grounded into this
it's this noir. It has elements of noir of
and there's
Western
old ass technology too.
Blue. Yeah, it feels
mixed in with the new
stuff. It feels very much like a Blade Runner type thing where it's it's like old but new.
It almost feels like this could happen in the next like 80 years.
Yeah,
like it doesn't feel that far in the future. Sorry to keep.
No, yeah, there's like references to other movies. There's like a Hong Kong crime episode. There's like the Alien episode. Like where he has to hunt. Like there's like the alien in the ship, and they have to like hunt all that down. I just said the heavy metal queen. Like there's no reference. It's just like this girl likes heavy metal, and she's super badass, and like they have like everything is kind of heavy metal. There's so many references to other great films and genres. And there's a blaxploitation episode of blaxploitation films, which is a great episode. They all get high on mushrooms, which is awesome.
Oh yeah. That's a crazy one.
References to other people.
I haven't seen it in such a long time.
References to other people. Like the second episode, there's basically the guy that they're hunting for the bounty is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I think his name is Kareem. Kareem something, but it's clearly supposed to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like from he's a basketball player, but famously also known for being friends with Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee training him in Jeet Kune Do, and he was supposed to be in Game of Death in that movie with the yellow jumpsuit.
Yes.
And Spike is supposed to be referenced to, I think, like a Hong Kong action star from the 70s. Like he's supposed to look exactly like him. There's all kinds of references all over the place, and that's what I love about it, is that it's
dripping with all the eggs.
I mean, Spike has influences of Bruce Lee. He's supposed to learn. He knows like Jeet Kune Do. There's the Hong Kong crime episode where he basically just quotes the whole formless, shapeless, like water speech. That Bruce Lee gives. All kinds of references, and I love when movies do that. I love when they take a concept or a genre and they kind of like
expand on it,
expand on it, twist on it. Add their own twist, combine two different things.
Incorporate it in some way to make it like a...
Because it feels familiar, but also just brand new and fresh. Like, it just, like... And I think that's the new... That's, like... And that's, to me, that's, like, the new originality, is, like...
Yeah, like, it's hard to come up with a completely original thing, but if you can take something that people already know to some extent, and then do exactly what you just said, like, almost, like, transmogrify it a little.
Yeah.
And, like, put it through a filter of, like... Hey, this came from here, so you know what I'm talking about, but now it's wrapped in this cool different package.
Yeah, like and like what Blade Runner did, like it took the noir,
and put it in the future.
Put it, in this super cool futuristic setting,
and also made gave it a grander meaning than just discovering this mystery and like, what does this mystery mean about you, and more like, what does this mean about humanity in general?
Yeah,
like,
what does this say about life and identity and what it means to be a human being? Yeah.
And then, through the, what does it mean to be a human being through the lens of a artificial intelligent human?
Yeah. Go watch Bebop already. It came out in 1998. Go fucking watch it already.
Yeah, especially if it's on Hulu. Watch it.
I believe they're all on Hulu. There's only 26 episodes, like 26, 27 episodes, something like that. Just go watch all of them. And then go watch the movie. The movie's great. You don't have much to watch. The movie's like an hour and a half.
It's good. It's good.
All of it is good.
We had other topics, but I think we should wrap here.
Really quick, let's just say we watched we won't go far into it. We watched Dracula. That'll be the last thing we talk about.
Yes.
Because we don't have to talk about The Witcher.
Pause for a second.
Yes. Quentin has to pee. Bye.
Oh, no!